How y'all doing? Chef Allen again, Crazy Cajun Cooking. So we got another special request. This one comes from my time at Indian Head Resort when I was the head chef over there. We had some exchange students that would work with us. We were real short-staffed over there, but they come down and help us out. And one in particular, and I'm probably going to butcher his name, but it was Kalgar. What's up, Kalgar? And he's from Turkey. And we still friends on Facebook, and he hit me up the other day, and he was saying how he missed that Apple Brie Stuffed Chicken. That was like an Indian Head specialty up there, especially for weddings. People would request it all the time for the weddings, special events. And every once in a while, we'd run it on our dinner service as a special. And so, out of respect for Indian Head, I'm not going to do their exact recipe, right? I'm going to give you my version of the Apple Brie Stuffed Chicken. As far as cooking goes, it's a very easy, quick dish to cook, okay? But it's the prep that's going to lead up to it. Because you got to make the apple stuffing, right? We're going to make that first. We got to make the the Apple Cider Cream Sauce that's served with it. And then we got to put it all together. You got to pound the chicken. We're going to stuff it. We're going to batter it. And then that's it. Once that's prepped, and all we got to do is fry them up and cook them and plate them. So this dish is going to be a lot of prep. A lot of prep, easy cooking. And just to say a little bit about Indian Head. That was a great place to work. I enjoyed working over there. I mean, a lot of times I was like, here's this coon ass from Grand Bois, Louisiana, up in Lincoln, New Hampshire, at this wonderful ski resort. And our dining room was just filled with mirrors. With glass. The whole the walls were all glass, and it looked out over the lake, and it was just beautiful scenery. I mean, every time you come to work, first thing I would do, turn everything on in the kitchen. I'd go out into the dining room and just take in the beauty of this place. And Indian Head Resort, they're on Facebook. You can look them up on the internet. Just check out the pictures. They always posting pictures and stuff. And I said, it's a beautiful place. I'm glad I experienced it. I like my time over at Indian Head. But, eventually it was time to come back to Louisiana. So that's going to be today's dish. Apple Brie Stuffed Chicken with a apple cider cream sauce. All right? All right, this is going to be pretty simple and straightforward. I got 2 Granny Smith apples, just diced up. And I left the peelings on because I kind of want to keep that extra tartness in there. All right, and right here I got about 1/4 of a cup of just white sugar. And we're going to put it on here like that, kind of stir it up. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to let this sit here with no fire on, no heat on. And we're just going to let that sugar kind of leach out some of the water in the apples. And then we'll come back and just cook this thing off. And then once we start cooking it, I just got some cinnamon. And we'll add some cinnamon to it. All right, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. All right, so this has been sitting about 15 minutes. And you can see what I'm saying? It kind of almost turns itself into a simple syrup once you leave that sugar just kind of sitting on there. And then we're just going to cook it down a bit. All right. Got us a little bit of cinnamon. I'm just going to eyeball it. But, I mean, if you need for an exact recipe, you can go anywhere from 2 teaspoons to maybe a tablespoon. how you like your cinnamon. You like it more cinnamony, then you know, just put a little more cinnamon in there. And that's all we're gonna do. Is just reduce this, just cook this down. It take about 15-20 minutes or so. We're not looking to cook it all the way. We just wanna get a little soft, then we're gonna use this as our stuffing. All right, so that's it. So this has been cooking about 20-25 minutes, right? Is the cinnamon, the sugar. We just kind of want it kind of al dente because it's gonna cook some more in the chicken, okay? And remember, we want to do this step first because we want it to kind of cool off before we start stuffing the chicken. Usually a lot of this stuff is done the day before, and then, you know, we start prepping everything the next day, actually making the chicken. But usually all this stuff is done the day before. And like I said, you could do it the day of, no problem, just like I'm doing it right here. I'm making a small batch. I mean, when we was at Indian Head, we were doing like 300 chickens at a time sometimes, you know? So we have big pots of this stuff going. You just flatten it out, and you can put it in the, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. We're just gonna cool it off, all right? No big deal. Now, next step we're gonna do is the apple cider cream sauce. So I got some 16 ounces of apple cider right here. Not apple cider vinegar, this is real apple cider. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna reduce this by about 2/3. And you want to reduce it almost all the way down, just and I'll show you in the video. And so it's, you got 16 ounces of apple cider, stick of butter, half a cup brown sugar packed, and we're gonna use some heavy whipping cream. And that's it. All right, we'll get this reducing, and when it's ready, we'll get back on. All right, as you can see, we reduce this down to less than 1/4 of a cup of liquid. Almost caramelized. You see that? See how it's caramelizing that apple cider? And we'll go ahead and put in a stick of butter. Smelling good too. Oh my goodness. All right. Get that butter melting. You can see how it's caramelizing that sauce already. Beautiful. Then we're gonna put in half a cup of brown sugar. Then we're gonna let this just melt and cook a little more, and then we're gonna add our heavy cream, and then boom, we will have our apple cider sauce done. Come back a little bit. See how we got it caramelizing right here. Beautiful color, smells great. Now we're gonna add in some heavy cream. Incorporate it into there. Beautiful. Go ahead and kill that fire. what? I want it a little lighter than this. So I'm going to add a little bit more heavy cream. That'll bring it to about half a cup total. There we go. Perfect. So that brought it to about half a cup heavy cream that I put in. All right. On to the next step. I guess you can say this is the star of our show right here. This is our Brie cheese. And we're just gonna cube these up. That's gonna go into the stuffing with the apple that we cooked earlier. And I'm just doing it. All right, so I would like you to do this before we start messing with the chicken. Get all of this stuff out of the way. Because once we start messing with the chicken, we don't want to have to worry about cutting anything up afterwards, you know. Get all of this stuff out of the way. That's it. That's all we gotta do with the brie cheese. Just cut it up into some, quarter it up. And I'm pretty sure we'll have some of this left over. So if you don't want to do a whole block, you don't have to. But that's it. That's all we're doing for the brie cheese. What we have here, I have some thin sliced chicken breasts right here that we're gonna pound out even thinner. And I know we got the old use the saran wrap trick, but I like to just put them in a Ziploc bag. We just want to pound them flat. There you go. You want them real flat, real thin. Like this. There we go. Flatten that out pretty good. Could probably even make 2 wraps with one like this. All right, and I'm gonna do the rest. All right, now I'm gonna start putting these bad boys together. So I'm gonna put a little hot sauce. Just a little hot sauce down. There's a little base there. All right. We'll come back, put a little pepper. Cracked pepper in there. A little bit of salt. All right. Then we have our mix from earlier. Some of that in there. We got our brie. Nice pieces of that. All right. I'm gonna take this thing. We're just gonna roll it. Boom. That's all there is to it. All right. Now I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna put them on a plate or put them on a tray, whatever you got, and then I'm going to stick them in the freezer for about 15-20 minutes, just for them to kind of get hardened up. And then we're going to come back and we're going to batter them up to fry. All righty? All right, I'm going to come back and roll up a couple more, just so y'all to see the rolling process. Again, a couple pieces of brie. Get it up in there. All right, and then just gonna roll it up. Simple and easy. Just make sure everything's kind of stuffed in there. Okay. Do one more. I want to try to get your breast kind of uniform, but depends on where you're getting your chicken. Just do the best you can. Flatten them out. That's all there is to it. Like I said, once you kind of freeze them up a little, and then we're gonna come back and batter them, everything should stay inside. You can have some of the cheese bubble off the sides, but that's just the way it is. Okay, right, so I'm trying to get the best angle to do this from. So I just got a little seasoned flour right here, salt and pepper. That's it. A seasoned breadcrumb, salt and pepper. I'll make a little egg wash here. I'm gonna throw in a little hot sauce for some added flavor. You don't want to. You can season for whatever you want. Okay. I'm not going too heavy on the seasoning right here because I want that apple brie flavor and the apple cider cream sauce to really come out and be the star of the show. Let's put a little bit of milk in here. Boom. All right. Let's see. Like I said, I had the chicken in the freezer a little bit. I'm just gonna go flour. I think we'll go twice on flour. We're gonna go flour. Go with the egg wash. Back in the flour. Okay. Pat that in real good. I'm trying to make sure these ends are packed in. And go egg wash one more time. And we'll go in the breadcrumbs. Pack those in good. Okay. And once we get all these battered, we're going to put them back in the freezer. And like I said, I had these in the freezer for, I don't know, maybe about 30 minutes or so. You know, like I said, you don't want it to freeze firm, okay? You just want them to kind of get set a little more in that freezer. Okay. Show you another one here. And again, you can do all this prepping. So we would start, if we had a wedding, say on a Saturday, we'd start all this on the Thursday, getting all your stuffing ready, the sauce is ready, the chicken. We batter them up, put them on sheet pans, and stick them in the walk-in. You know, this isn't something, like I'm doing everything in one day because I just have a little batch. I'm just doing about 6 of them. And you can do this in one day too, but if you wanted to, you can start your prep the day before, 2 days before. Okay? Alrighty. Alright, now finish battering them all up. We'll be back to fry them. Alrighty, here we go. All that prepping has led to this moment right here. So just some regular old cooking oil. I got it temped out to about 350. These have been sitting in the freezer for a while. Alrighty. So 90% cook time. I'm sorry, 90% prep time. 10% cooking. This is it. Just gonna fry these puppies up. Get them on some paper towel. And then we'll plate up and cut into one of these bad boys. Alright, I will come back along once these are done a little bit more. I'm not gonna keep videoing chicken frying for 15 minutes, right? Alright, I'll catch you all a little bit. So once they're finished frying, you want to fry them till you get the color that you want. Then we're going to transfer them into a 350-degree oven for about 15-20 minutes until the internal temperature reaches 165. I got some right here done. I don't know if you can see. I have them right. Boom. This one's 175 and climbing. So, boom. The inside of that one is cooked. All right. Come right back and plate these suckers. Ooh. Well, I tell you, that was one heck of a cook. A lot of prep work, but I tell you what, I'm going to enjoy this one. It's been a long time since I had a apple brie stuffed chicken. All right, let's start putting this puppy together. I'll serve this with some mashed potatoes. And I got some Brussels sprouts and carrots out the oven right here. There we go. Alrighty. Looking good so far, eh? Alright, put our sauce. Go. Get one of these apple brie stuffed chickens right here. Yummy. I'm gonna drizzle some more sauce on top. Look at that. And there she is. Apple brie stuffed chicken with apple cider cream. All right, we're gonna dive into this one. Right, let's see if we can cut into this bad boy right here. Cut right into the middle. Ooh, look at that apple brie stuffing in there. All right, look at that. Ooh, it's a big old scoop right there. There we go. Apple brie. Mmm. Ooh. A little hot. Mmm. Wow. Brings back great memories. Brings back great memories over at the Indian Head. Kalgore. There you go, bud. Got the recipe, the video how to do it. Good luck. Thank y'all for watching. Crazy Cajun Cooking. Go like and subscribe. Losers.